In the latest Cyberpunk 2077 news, Dark Horse revealed a limited edition bundle of the upcoming Trauma Team comic, featuring a rather nice lithograph print. Albeit if you are outside of the USA, the import tax was prohibitive. I suspect it might be sold out by the time this video goes live. Senior quest designer Philippe Weber implied that the best shotguns have not been revealed yet. He also confirmed that everything you have seen so far is only from the beginning of the game. On his favourite part of the game, he drew reference to a section involving a foodie and big fishes. Philippe reiterated that they will have the freedom to start the game as a nomad, but can eventually get closer to the corporate life path depending upon your choices. This means that while life path choice will provide additional options, they will not be stuck with their role. In some areas of the game, they will not be allowed to use her weapons. Concerning the character Wakako Okada, Philippe views her as the best, but she has quite an interesting past with her ex-husbands. On the topic of melee combat and driving, Pavel Sasko would comment that CDPR are literally killing themselves trying to fix things and improve it, as evidenced by what was on display in NCW2. Pavel also hinted what was shown was not the latest build of the game. On the topic of changing the apartment, Pavel was unable to comment. He also stated that at no time during quest design was the team not allowed to write on topics that they wanted. Everything was on the table. CDPR running a poll on Twitter, asking players which life path they will choose for their first playthrough. You have to remember that only a very small percentage of fans interested in Cyberpunk 2077 will have a Twitter account, and even then engagement is extremely low, so results might not be representative of all gamers. However, following around 170,000 votes, it seems that Street Kid appears to be the most popular path. Unfortunately, various pathological liars were reporting on a fictitious Q&A session this week. Well, in the words of a CDPR employee, it was not a Q&A.
This is not a Q&A session, so we would really appreciate to not ask the questions as the follow-ups of what you guys saw.
Mike Pondsmith revealed that Kerry Eurodyne, a rocker boy who was a former member of Samurai, was based on a friend of his, claiming that the animation in the recent gameplay footage is highly reminiscent of him. While this is the first public in-game footage of Eurodyne, he has appeared on various marketing posters since 2019 at events that CDPR attended. For reasons unknown, Kerry Eurodyne was largely absent from the narrative of the Fourth Corporate War. One might speculate that, unlike Silverhand, Kerry had no military background, unless it is retconned. His former girlfriends also did not include Alt Cunningham, the super wizard class hacker who invented Soulcolor and who was the target of Arasaka's schemes. Quite simply, Eurodyne was not as invested in the war as Silverhand. Ironically, when I use cyberpunk lingo in my videos to add flavour to proceedings, snowflakes and pseudo-cyberpunks who have never played Cyberpunk 2020 will react by playing their victim card. Well, in the words of Kerry Eurodyne,
drag a corporal rat on stage, make him kneel, douse him with gas, then light him up.
Thank you for chipping in.